Night. Listen, it's late night now, but it's going to be late night more next week. We'll get into the details as next week starts to approach, but yeah, next week is going to be late. But here it is, the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host on 752. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show on this Pretty Petty Tuesday. Well, still Pretty Petty Tuesday for some people. For everybody else is already like, like Hump Day Wednesday. But we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking no fast lane, no coasting. And tonight, we are talking about, is it better to have a large circle of good friends or just one really great friend? Is it better to have a circle of a circle of good friends? And you know how it goes. It's a choice. It's a preference. If you grew up in an area where you had a big social circle, where maybe there are a bunch of kids that lived around the way that you went to school with, that you hung out with at the Boys and Girls Club or the rec center or something like that, maybe it was a good look for you to know a bunch of people to know you. And maybe that really worked for you. Maybe you always felt comfortable having a bunch of people around who you were good with. And, I don't think that there's any way that you can have too many friends. People say it. Now let me get this straight, because the internet will have you saying all kinds of things that you don't even really agree with, but it sounds good. And the way that you're saying it or the way that they're saying it or up in your head. How can you have too many friends if they're really friends? Now, we know that we have different interpretations of what you might call a friend, or they might call a friend, or somebody else might call a friend. But when it all comes down to it, thank you for being a friend. Travel back around the world and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Doom, doom. And if you drank Bacardi, mixed it up with some cranberry juice, you would be the drunk nigga at the party, and the crowd attached would say that nigga's drinking again. Well, if you have a circle of good friends, that might be all you need. Just a circle of decent friends. People that you've known for a while, people who know you. Maybe they know some things about you, maybe they don't, but it could be a good look. Oh, y'all like y'all, I never sung y'all my Golden Girl song. All right, let's do it again. Since let's bring y'all out the woodwork, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you drunk Bacardi, mixed it up with some cranberry juice, you would be the drunk nigga at the party, and the crowd attached would say that nigga's drinking again. Shout out to B. Arthur. Shout out to, Estelle Getty, Betty White. The other ones. It's all good. But yeah. So a lot of us are at that age now where we really want a smaller circle. We want somebody that we can just, count on, somebody that'll be there, somebody who is loyal, somebody who won't bite your back out, somebody that's reliable, somebody that'll hold you down, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that would encourage you, somebody that will instruct you properly, somebody that will be there. Somebody that will be there. Here's the thing, though. When you have a large circle of friends, then you have a larger circle of resources. The thing is, where you have a large circle of friends and resources and also options, you also may lose in that wider circle or bigger pool. You may lose that authenticity. You may lose that one-on-one contact. You may lose that ability to not be a name and a number, but to be a real somebody. You may also lose trust because you don't really know who you can trust when you have a bunch of people vying for your attention or for your affection. You don't really know. You don't really know. But this is what you may know. You may know that this person knows that person, and if I need something from this person or that knows that person, I can go to this person who knows that person, and that person will help me out based on them knowing that person. So it's sort of like a networking thing. That's why I say that you can never have too many friends if they're real. But the thing is, when you have a lot, when you have an abundance, when you have a surplus, how do you know who's really real? How do you know who's really real? Especially if there are other things attached to being a friend besides just companionship. Maybe you have a bunch of money. Maybe you're very popular. Maybe you get all the girls. Maybe you are a dude magnet. Whatever the case may be. People want to get next to the person that's popular. And you might be the popular person. Or you might be the person that, you may be somebody that somebody else thinks that they can steal from. Man, and when I talk about being stolen from, it's not always just money. It could be personal items. It could be your ideas. It could be your ideas. Shout out to everybody who works at a job who has had their ideas stolen by their supervisors, stolen by their managers, stolen by their owners, stolen by, and I'm not saying that anybody's owner. We're not talking about a slave thing, but I mean the owner of the business. Took your good ideas, took them, monetized your ideas, and they give you nothing, or just gave you a pat on the back while they patented. They gave you a pat on the back and they patented your ideas. Shout out to you. When you have a large circle of friends, you have resources. You have more resources. I remember back in the days, my man had this connection. He had this connection where he could get albums way before their release date. So he was getting promos. So he would have records that wasn't out yet. And boy, this cat was stingy. This is back in the day when a mixtape let's just say a mixtape was a mixtape. What they call a mixtape these days is not, I don't know. It's just somebody rapping or singing over, a bunch of beats. It's basically an unsigned artist displaying their talents on a recording. But back in the day, a mixtape was a bunch of songs that were actually on a tape, like a real tape, like a real cassette tape. And some of those things were really valuable. Now, these weren't songs that you couldn't just go to the store and buy, but when you're talking about somebody getting early releases, somebody getting promos, you're talking about some of these songs never came out. Some of them were never released, and he used to have them. So although it sounds like he was a good friend to have, he really wasn't, because he was stingy. He would play like a snippet of the record and be like, oh, no, that's it. You're not hearing no more of that. But he did that to gain power. He used to do that to gain power. He knew that everybody wanted to hear the records that he had. And, that was his way of being able to feed you, but just enough to keep you starving and hungry. He was a pain in the ass. Otherwise, he was actually a good dude, but he was a pain in the ass. But that was the kind of friend he was. That was the kind of friend he was. Interestingly enough, not only was he that kind of friend, but he was also the kind of friend that was kind of clingy. He was kind of clingy and he was kind of possessive. You my friend. You know, like, he used to have me looking at him like, you ain't even let me listen to that tape. Or that album, or whatever. He had exclusives. Care Bear in the house. Emily Dunlap in the house. Said Emily, what's going on? And Stacy White, thanks for coming through, man. Y'all be up on a late night, man. I hope y'all not insomniac or anything like that. I hope y'all just, got the notification, wipe the cold out your eye. You know what I mean? Wipe the cold out your eye. Say, all right, sun is on. You know what I mean? You go check them out. Oh, Emily said, I love that song, so I had to step out. Okay, that's what's up. Ruth McClanahan is the other one. That's right. Ruth McClanahan. Ruth McClanahan. You know? What was her name? Marge? Wait. That was the little loose one. The little ho senior. All right. I may have missed it. I think you spelled it. Oh, you said, yeah, you did spell it wrong, but don't worry about it. We got the gist. We got the gist. No punctuation pants of the night. We good. You help me out. All right. So, yeah. So having a large circle of friends gives you more options. It gives you, more networking abilities and whatever. And if you're in business, it's probably a good idea to have as many friends as possible. Whatever you consider a friend to be, because how do we know what a friend is? A friend. Like, what does it take for you to call somebody a friend? Because now we can't ignore the power of the internet anymore. So you may be good friends with somebody you have never stood in front of, that you have never gone to a show with, hung out with, held hands with, hugged on, smelled their breath. You may be good friends with somebody that you have never seen in person. But nonetheless, y'all might have a connection. And if y'all have a connection like that, there may be things that they have done online for you or with you that has bonded y'all in a special way. Love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now. Stacey White says, I take a nap, set my alarm clock. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you have more networking abilities when you have a large circle of friends, but you just may not know who you can trust. You may not know who you can depend on. You may not know who has your best interest at heart. You may not know who you can be safe around. You may not know. Let's talk about safety for a minute. One thing that you should always feel when you are around a friend is safe. You should always feel safe, because safety is your gateway to feeling comfortable. It's hard to feel comfortable if you don't feel safe. I think it's impossible. How you gonna be comfortable if you ain't safe? You comfortable in the chaos? People shooting, they cutting each other, they fighting, they scheming on each other. And that's the thing. Like, you look at some of our entertainers that have passed, and many of them passed because of people that they knew, that they considered to be friends. Look at Nipsey Hussle. Look at Tupac. Even look at Biggie Smalls. The Notorious B.I.G. Look, You can't. You know, I was thinking about Biggie when I was on my way home from work tonight. And I was thinking to myself, you know, he was born in 1972, May 21st, 1922. So he was like right there on the cusp of of uh, of Taurus and Gemini. He was a fresh Gemini. Taurus all up in him. And he died at 24 years old. 24 years old. When you and I got to thinking, like, Biggie came out with Party and Bullshit in 93. 93, y'all. He had to be 20 years old in 93. A mere 20 years old. We was babies. Because when he was 23, I was 25. I'm sorry, when he was 20, I was 22. Well, in 93, I was 23, but not until August 12th. But, you know, I'm sure he met a lot of people who attached themselves to him, who wanted to call themselves friends to him. And interestingly enough, he got deleted, expired. He got expired on, you know, by in the company of his close friends, the Little C's and the other people that was in the car. Nobody else got hit. Nobody else got hurt. Nobody else got deleted. So even though he had the potential to have this big circle of friends, he did keep his circle as tight and as small as possible, and he still didn't make it. So he wasn't even safe with the people who would be willing to keep him safe. And that's not to say that they didn't try. You know what I mean? You know, victim of circumstance. Stacy says, I want to be safe around my friend. Exactly. She also says, I don't be around people I know that don't like me. Some people are so needy and clingy that they will attach themselves to people who don't like them or don't seem to appreciate them because they are so love-starved and they are so insecure, or maybe they are so optimistic that they believe that they can turn people around from not liking them to now liking them. I mean, I've known it to be done. I'm not a fan of it. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. So the thing about having a small circle of friends is that it gives you the potential to depend or even over depend on those friends. So it's like if you only have a friend, or if you only have one or two friends, and they may be really good friends, but hopefully they are really good friends. Because if they're the only friends that you have, and you're the type of person that calls on your friends a lot. See, a lot of people are more independent and they don't count on their friends a lot. But then you have the type of people who really depend on their friends, that really call on their friends, that are always, y'all might have friends like that. You might have a friend or two that's always on your phone, always asking for something, always needing something. I need a ride. I need you to take me somewhere. I need some advice. Can you help me out? I need some a word of encouragement. Some people take the friend thing to the max. And I'll tell you what, it seems like the people who want to declare you to be their best friend all early in the game, they be the ones that be the most needed. I just need to borrow a couple of dollars till payday. Can you, if you're not doing nothing, can you give me a ride to the laundromat? I just got this shut off notice. They about to cut my thing. Can you just front me a couple of dollars until I get paid? My son, my daughter, they need. They're such good kids that I just, I want to be able to provide for them better. And, they deserve better than what I can give them right now. Can you help us out? Can you help us? Care Bear says, I don't feel like I need a ton of friends, quality over quantity. How do you know when they are quality? How can you know? Now, you may be the type of person that's good at discernment. You may be the type of person that's a really good judge of character. You may be the type of person that's independent and doesn't really matter what anybody else has, because you may be the type that pretty much depends on yourself. I can depend on myself. I don't need anybody else to be on my back like that, to be on my back like that. How about at work tonight? One of my co-workers said, oh, he got on that red like he Suge Knight. I was like, Suge Knight though. But then I couldn't stop singing. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money. Okay, Stacey White says, ask God to give me friends that are like me, giver, tired of friends that take. Care Bear says, I know by the way that they respond when I've been down or when we disagree. That is a way to know. When you disagree, wow, because especially in the age of social media, woo-wee! Because I've seen some people who were supposed to be down with each other do some real grind ball, slimy, nasty, undercover or subliminal shit. Straight snitching. Straight snitching. Here you are online, you're telling on your friend. You're giving out scenarios and examples of real shit that just happened. You think they're not going to notice it? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I noticed it, and they're going to notice it too, especially when I send them a notification. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. But once again, in business, it's probably best to have a big pool of people who can be a resource to you in business, because the money has to come from different places, and also the customers, and the money comes from the customers. So if you have a large friend base, contact base, networking base, done in the right way, it can really work for you. But are they real friends? Because we've seen this scenario play out plenty of times where people thought that, certain people was down with them and that they were really there to help them out, or that it was at least a working business relationship. Come to find out, it didn't. Did them dirty. You know how they say don't mix business with pleasure? There's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. If y'all came together to get money, keep it on a money getting level. Keep it on a get money level. If y'all came together, if y'all ain't homeboys, y'all ain't from around the way, y'all ain't grow up together, y'all don't have no history with each other. If y'all don't have it like that, it doesn't mean that y'all can't get close. But I would encourage y'all that if y'all came together strictly to make money, then keep it like that. Because once you start crossing over into other realms, then I've seen it get nasty. Spouses get involved, girlfriends, divisions over he say, she say. Pussy. Nothing divides men like pussy. I would say money and pussy. That's separate, because niggas will be getting money together like it ain't nothing. But once the women come along, look at Death Row. Since I'm Suge Knight today. Look at Death Row. When you look at the downfall of Death Row, it wasn't about the money. Yeah, Suge was jerking them. He was jerking them all. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. They was happy with their crumbs because they was crew. But you look at Dr. Dre and Suge Knight, what ultimately separated the two of them? Michelle A. That was Dre's girl. I think he got a baby by her. But that had been his girl since the Ruthless Records days. No more, no lies. Some people call me nice. Some people call me nasty. But if you ask me, and they call me nasty, I mean nicey. There's something in my heart. But yeah, Suge Knight started becoming interested in Michelle A. She was having problems with Dre, and woo! What we got? Stacey White says, I don't think your friends should be competing against you. They might be competing against you openly, or they might be competing against you silently. Doesn't matter. Competition can be a good thing. But when it's rooted in jealousy and envy, wow, it gets a little spicy. And I don't mean the good kind, some adobo. I don't mean the good kind like some adobo. I mean, it can get nasty, and it often does. So, keeping your circle small can also be challenging. It may not be as easy as some people may pass it off to be. But ultimately, if you have good friends, or if you have great friends, just one or two, you don't want to burn them out. You don't want to burn them out and overuse them. You running your friend ragged. Well, he's more than a friend. He's like a brother. She's more than a friend. She's like a sister. That's how we've been. That's how we get down. But you can wear them out by depending on them too much. And then it may look like you're not delivering the same thing. And then little silent frustrations start to build. And then you find out that this great friend that you thought you had isn't the friend that you really are. Y'all don't have the relationship that you may have taken for granted that y'all share. It happens. It happens for sure. So, yeah. A bunch of good friends or just one great friend? One great friend never sold me out. Loyalty is one element. Is it always the most important element? Not really sure. And the reason that I say I'm not really sure is because you may not have, loyalty is more important when you have things that can be taken away from you. Like when you have things that are at stake, like secrets. You need loyalty when you have secrets. You don't have secrets, loyalty may not be a factor. Like, I ain't worried about you telling on me. Tell everything you know. You only know but so much, and you can only tell but so much without lying. I ain't worried about it. But when you got little things going on the low, little secrets, big secrets, like somebody knows that you caught a body, that loyalty is going to be paramount. You're going to need that loyalty. You're going to need that loyalty. And I don't mean that wishy-washy, what do you call it? Conditional, wishy-washy, conditional menace to society loyalty. Like, oh, you did that to me. Well, watch when they see this tape. Wait till they see this tape. Stacey White says, I have one good friend, my twin flame. That's what's up. I hope that the two of y'all always remain that way. And like I said, from my point of view, loyalty being the most important thing is like being in a relationship and feeling like fidelity is the most important thing. For a lot of people, that's how they feel. But I'm gonna tell you something. If fidelity is the only thing or the strongest thing you have in your relationship, you honestly don't have that much. I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. If all you have is the fact that somebody that you're with doesn't cheat, do you have enough? Because they may not be giving you enough. They may be taking more than they're giving. Yep. They ain't cheating though. They might be mean. They might be selfish. They may be jealous-hearted. They may be evil or mean-spirited. They may be two-faced. Two-faced. They may have a host of negative qualities, but one thing they're not is a cheater. So take your bag of poop is what they are. But they are a faithful bag of poop. Unsupportive, insulting, disrespectful, but they don't be cheating. All their time goes to me. All the negative. One big bag of poop. Don't try to keep the bag closed. Keep some of the smell in. Open that bag. It smells like shit. That's what they might have. So, yeah, loyalty being the most important element of friendship to me is like fidelity being the most important element of a relationship. I think you have to have more. I think that you have to have more. But, don't listen to me because I don't think like normal people. I've suffered a lot of head trauma in my day. And, you know what I'm saying? A few concussions and all of that. So I might be speaking out the side of my neck on some Donald Trump shit, 45 shit, talking out the side of my neck. I'm talking outside my neck. Yeah. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious glorious, glorious January 23rd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and make them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Taisha Johnson. Happy birthday to you. And also Dion Schoolfield, turning 53 years old today. And Kenneth Haley, turning 45 years old today. And Rhonda Flowers, turning 66 years old today. And also Sophia Yerin Kiawa, turning 37 years old today. And Darcy L. Rofe, turning 40 years old today. And Dejana Boo Leith, Dejana Boo, turning 40 years old today. And Fazal El Alwa Mohammed, turning 45 years old today. And Abyssinia Naphtali, happy birthday to you. And Renee Hill, turning 60 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Lisa Hill, turning 54 years old today. The real deal, Lisa Hill. And also my man Maurice Munch Watts, turning 53 years old today. I want to say a happy birthday. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and everybody out there born on this glorious January 23rd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud, just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out. Rock on it, do the damn, rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing, you do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen. Having a small circle could get you where you need to be. And it may provide for you exactly what you want. But also having a large circle of friends may give you more options. And in the right case, right scenario, I was talking about business and how having a larger circle of friends can be beneficial to you, but you just might be the type of person that needs a bunch of people. You may need a bunch of validation. You may need validation from a lot of people. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Everybody ain't got to like how you feel or what you do, because it's not going to stop how you feel or what you do. But I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to tell you like that. What's going on, Nacho Man 17? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. I'm going to tell you like this. A good friend is a valuable, invaluable commodity to the point where you can't discount it. Man, there's nothing worse than thinking somebody was a friend to you, a real friend to you, only to have them bite your back out or snake you down or just do your dirty. It's gonna be all right though. It's gonna be all right though, because the universe makes a way, and it's gonna keep making a way. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Getimism show. I want to thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And we're gonna take this opportunity to holler back. Y'all have a great night. Peace. All right.